Channel 15, your home for Cedar Falls Tigers sports in Cedar Falls. Coverage of this event is made possible by CFU cable subscribers. Without your support of CFU cable TV, this broadcast would not happen and local TV coverage would not be possible. Cedar Falls Channel 15 is available on Basic or Basic Plus cable TV plans. For more information, go to CFU.net. With the Auto Center, everything we do is driven by you. Located on South Main Street in Cedar Falls with additional locations in Waterloo and LaPorte City. With the Auto Center is a proud supporter of the Cedar Falls Tigers. Find your next vehicle in person or online at withamauto.com.
Kimball & Beecher Family Dentistry. Get the smile you've always wanted at any one of our 6 locations. Located on Prairie Parkway in Cedar Falls with additional sites in Waterloo, Cedar Rapids, Iowa City, Marshalltown, and Des Moines. Go to kimballbeecher.com to schedule your appointment today, and we make you smile.
Signs by Tomorrow. More than a custom sign company, Signs by Tomorrow is your advertising solutions resource. At Signs by Tomorrow, they create affordable, high-impact signs and visual messaging solutions. Find them on McLean Drive in Cedar Falls or at signsbytomorrow.com.
Western Home Communities. Western Home Communities, the Cedar Valley's best of the best choice for older adults. Visit the website today to find out about villa lifestyles or independent living apartments, plus all the amenities they include to make life fun and worry-free. WesternHomeCommunities.org.
Tonight's broadcast is sponsored by Aaron Sonis and Joshua Catcher, the financial advisors and managing partners of Discerning Wealth, a private wealth advisory practice of Ameriprise Financial Services, LLC. Check out their website at discerningwealth.com.
Tonight's broadcast is brought to you by Martin Brothers. Martin Brothers Food Market offers a wide range of restaurant-quality foods and party supplies for every occasion. We're always open to the public, and there's never a membership fee. Shop online at martinbrothersfoodmarket.com or in person at 408 Viking Road in Cedar Falls. Brad Jacobson State Farm Insurance. Like a good neighbor, Brad Jacobson State Farm is there. Call the original Jake from State Farm at 319-277-4134 or email Jake at brad@bradjacobson.biz.
To ease kids' fears, at Kimball & Beecher, we want to have a very inclusive, kind of lighthearted atmosphere. Families can expect to have an experience where the dentist is going to listen to their concerns, interact with their children, and hopefully have an experience where the child leaves with a positive feeling. I just love working with kids. I think kids are very honest. I love children because they'll tell you what they're feeling, they'll tell you what they're thinking, and I love helping them to enjoy their time at the dentist.
As an elementary principal for 25 years in the Cedar Falls Community Schools, serving 4 schools, I've enjoyed observing several generations of students stay in, thrive, lead, and continue to build this wonderful community. It has been an honor to have been a part of the education system that helped bring this about. Go Tigers!
Hello, my friend, and greetings from Cedar Falls High School. And Cedar Falls Community Television is excited to provide you with high school athletics. It's sophomore boys basketball tonight as the Cedar Falls Tigers host the Rams of Dubuque Senior. Hi, everybody. Mark Simpson with you again, joined by the man with the name and the knowledge, Jeremiah Longnecker, as we get prepared for sophomore basketball. And we had a chance to see Cedar Falls earlier in the year, and I was quite frankly, impressed. They won a good game against Waterloo West, and they're going to be taking on a Dubuque senior team that's been kind of their nemesis here over the last 5 years.
Yeah, no doubt. And, you know, one of the things about Cedar Falls sophomore basketball is, unlike other programs, these are two programs that are combining. And so they're playing together for the first time. And so what we see early on isn't the same product that we see through the course of the season. So, well, you know, the fact that they're playing well now is obviously a good sign. They're going to be better than this.
You look at the record, Cedar Falls 2-1, Dubuque Senior 3-0. That's the season so far for the Tigers. They were disappointed with that loss at Cedar Rapids Jefferson. They felt that just one of those games, things did not click, but they responded with an impressive defensive performance against Waterloo West.
Yeah, John Yoakum wasn't happy at all with that loss at Jeff, but, you know, second game out on the road, those things happen.
Meanwhile, for the Rams, off to a 3-0 start. They're coming off an impressive win against Western Dubuque and now playing their 4th consecutive road game. They are the Road Warriors. So we're ready to go. Cabron Davis jumping against Cade Corbett for Cedar Falls, and tap controlled by the Rams in their light blue uniforms. Steal by Peters for the Tigers, and a reach-in foul. And an early foul against the visitors.
You know, we got a chance to see Peters play already once, and, you know, he's not your prototypical looking basketball player. I'll bet people are kind of surprised. Oh, it's really nice. Work into the body. Can't get off the floor, just the soft touch with the left hand. We're really impressed with Corbett the first time out.
Barney can't bring in the rebound for Cedar Falls. New life for the Rams. This is Tart with it. Tart between the circles. Man-to-man defense to begin the ball game for the Cedar Falls Tigers. We talk about Jake Peters not having a real basketball body. Then I see Mason Sorensen, number 34 for senior, top of the key. As the late great Al McGuire would say, he's a space eater in the paint. Walker Tart drives to the basket. Ball knocked loose, and the Tigers come up with a steal. Driving through the lane. Wood shot rejected nicely by Ethan Rader for the Rams.
Yeah, Rader got up in a hurry. Oh, Woods is a quick leaper, too. Good job coming to get that basketball. Then you got to protect. It's not the one you want to hold above your head when you're in traffic like that.
And off to a little bit of a sloppy start to begin the game. It's a 2-0 lead for Cedar Falls. Cade Corbett with the only basket so far, as the ball will be played in by Hayden Jacobsmeyer, listed at 5'10", and there's Sorensen breaking free, misses the shot, rebounded by Jacobsmeyer.
We can already tell this is a team that has good athletes. Quick off their feet.
And a turnover against Cedar Falls.
They're going to get Woods on the travel, all right.
Woods came up with a steal, but they called him for the walk. Rams aren't aware it's their basketball, so they're a little bit late getting back on into the front court.
I love John Yoakum's confidence. He talked about how he thinks that this game could go a long ways towards determining a conference champion.
He says that Cedar Falls and Senior have been the top 2 teams in the Mississippi Valley Conference the last 4 seasons pretty consistently. Missed shot, and another foul is going to be called against Dubuque Senior. This will go against Mason Sorensen.
Yeah,
his first, team second.
Like a battle in the trenches between the two of them. Mark, that reminds me, a couple years ago, we did a Linn-Mar Cedar Falls boys game. Remember where there was a kid? We talked about it. Not your prototypical game, and just killed the Tigers.
Missed shot from outside. And Tigers, though, with Peters keeping the ball alive to Corbett. Glides through the paint, misses. Pulling down the rebound, Ethan Rader, and here comes Dubuque Senior.
Yeah, I don't think Corbett could decide whether he wanted to use the glass or not, and then he got a little strong, trying to go over the front of the rim.
John Yoakum is the coach for Cedar Falls. Kevin Steinis in his first year, the head coach for Dubuque senior. He had been an assistant with the sophomore team last 3 years prior to becoming the head coach. His head coaching experience on the girls' side with Dubuque senior and Bellevue Marquette as Sorensen works his way free. Good teamwork. And the Rams finally get on the board.
Oop, close to a walk there.
Woods left open from the elbow. He was too open, but Peters grabs another offensive rebound. Trying to spin the face up, and there's contact. Foul against Dubuque senior.
Well, that's 4 quick ones on senior, and I think that might be 2 on Raider. Nope, check that. That's his first. Some new faces for the men in blue.
So tied at 2. The Tigers scored right away on a basket by Corbett, but have been held silent since then. Peters' shot rejected. Just coming into the game. Coming up with the blocked shot was Devontae Jackson, 6'2" sophomore.
There's nothing quiet about that.
This is Christian Barney, 6'1" sophomore. Should mention Corbett and Peters for Cedar Falls are both freshmen on this sophomore team, getting the call up.
Well, Jackson's been impressive in the first 20 seconds. Oh, good hands there by Barney. He had a really nice game the first time we saw him. Very aggressive.
3-point shot missed by Corbett. Here comes Jacobsmeyer for the Rams. Both teams struggling offensively so far. .418 to go in the first quarter. Knotted up at 2. Good pass and getting to the basket, and the scoring is John Willie, but the pass from Jalen Mingo stands out on that exchange. So Willie scores the basket. Foul's going to be called on Derek Woods for Cedar Falls Tigers. John Willie, 5 feet 10 inches tall, goes to the free throw line, trying to complete the 3-point play. And does.
Senior loves to press.
Another three-court pressure. 2-2-1.
What you want to be able to do is score off of it. If the only thing you're doing is getting the ball across half court, eventually it's going to get to you. That's an off-balance 3.
A shot by Keaton Lease into the game for Cedar Falls. Do that defense, trying to create the tempo. Kevin Steinis, the head coach for Dubuque Senior, his 3 keys tonight: transition defense, points in the paint, and free throws. They've struggled at the free throw line their first 3 games.
Senior runs things a little bit different. Lots of set plays for this team.
Making the catch, but too far underneath for Cedar Falls was Peyton Marsh, but he finds the trailing Christian Barney, who scores.
Just a good effort on the part of Barney. And I say it's not uncommon to see Senior, not at the moment, but to see 5 guys inside the arc.
Posting up, Tart misses. Strong rebound by Marsh. Barney takes off. Now Lease, good pump fake, and gets the defender in the air. Another foul. That's the 14th foul against the Rams.
A couple of times now we've seen Barney get into the lane and kick to the corner, opening up some offense for his teammates.
Devontae Jackson for Dubuque Senior whistled for the foul. 14 fouls against the Rams, 1 on Cedar Falls. Lease misses the first free throw, 1 more coming. Down to 2:55 remaining in this first quarter. A low-scoring game between these 2 talented squads.
Corbett and Steggy back. Steggy looks a little different. He got a haircut. He'd cut off his locks. Wearing 14.
Lease misses the second. Corbett keeps it alive. Straight on 3, top of the key. Missed by Sam Smith, who's in the game for the Tigers.
Sam wasted no time.
Pass intended for Sorensen goes out of play.
Yeah, a lot of high-low. And across the lane. They'll feed that post from the elbow. The offense has always felt cramped. Makes me wonder how hard it is to duplicate when you're trying to scout the offense, because they do things so differently.
Lease finding Steggy. Quick shot from the baseline. Rims out. Willie grabs the rebound. Here comes Dubuque Senior with a 1-point lead as we approach the 2-minute mark of this first quarter. Sophomore basketball here on Cedar Falls Community Television. Thank you for joining us. Final game for both teams prior to the holiday break.
You got a combination of stingy defense and shots that just won't go down.
Oh, the big man, Sorensen, says, let's go, after nailing that three.
He's got 5 of the 8 points.
The Rams now the 4-point advantage. Lease driving, gets past Willie, and Willie called for the foul. John Willie.
Shot selection's been good. John Yoakum won't complain about that. Doing a nice job of working the ball around. They just haven't gone down.
Tell you what, Peyton Marsh, I like his play. 6'3" sophomore. Does the dirty work. Stuff that goes unnoticed maybe in the box score, but you watch him, he's a pretty good ball player.
Well, they just missed Sorensen wide open. Off a pick and roll.
And again, the quick hands by the Tigers. Sam Smith knocking the ball out of the hands of Ethan Rader for Dubuque Senior. Jacobsmeyer inbounds to Davis. Now with the ball, and Mike Harris checked in the game, lost control of it. Lease on the fast break, and Keaton Lease fouled and will go back to the free throw line. Just missed a pair of shots. Let's see if he has better success. Second time around. Fouls on Rader, his second.
Now, Rader was in good position. He caught up, and then he just swatted at it and clearly got a piece of Lease. And he has no balance at the free throw line right now.
Well,
you watch Lease.
Yeah.
He's attempted 3 free throws, and his body has gone 3 different directions.
Cedar Falls will be in the bonus, though, for the remaining portion of the first half. A lot of time remaining. 1:05 to go here in this first quarter.
I'm sure Coach Steinos will point out the foul discrepancy.
Second attempt. What happened
Must
here?
have been a lane violation on the first one.
All right.
I did not see it called.
The second attempt.
Yeah, much better.
You heard you, Coach.
Yeah, well,
8-6.
that's why I'm sitting up here.
Dubuque Senior leads by a basket. Harris. Rams.
Yeah, that's going to be on Steggy. Held him as he turned the corner. Jacobsmeyer. It's a nice player.
.49 seconds to go here in the first quarter. And, I think it took too long.
Everybody stood around, kind of yo-yoed back and forth versus cutting, picking for one another. Just wasn't any of that happened.
Jacobsmeyer, a little vocal to his teammates. Hey, you guys got to get open here. Rams unbeaten 3-0.
Jackson wasn't sure what to do with that.
Devontae Jackson swatted that pass into the stands.
He just glides off the floor.
44 seconds to go. Peters double team, then broken up again by the Rams. This time it's again, it is Jackson.
Yeah, Davis having a hard time hanging on to the basketball.
Steggy finding Sam Smith. Smith, 22 seconds. See how the Tigers, will they play for the last shot?
I would imagine so. Now Corbett comes out and says, I think we will.
Cade Corbett, 6 feet 7 inches tall, but more of a wing player. Down to 6 seconds. And Lease fires off the mark. Rebounded by Harris. Chance for the Rams. No. Smith breaks up a pass intended for Tart. The first quarter is over. It's a 8-6 lead for Dubuque Senior. We'll be back with more sophomore basketball after this on Cedar Falls Community Television.
Meet Susie.
Oh.
Susie couldn't wait to unwind with her newest thriller novel. Too bad the only villain in this story was her suspect Router. Overwhelmed by options and technical jargon, Susie needed to crack the case of the Router's Riddle. Thankfully for Susie, this mystery is easy to solve. With CFU Wi-Fi, our highly trained technician will install a new Wi-Fi system to optimize coverage for her home. Now, Susie can get back to playing detective in any room of her house. CFU Wi-Fi. Wi-Fi made simple.
It's a 2-point lead for Dubuque Senior after 1 quarter of play. Mark Simpson along with Jeremiah Longnecker. Tigers coming off a 40-point win against Waterloo West in their last outing on December 18th. This will be Dubuque Senior's first game since December 15th when they won at Western Dubuque 53-36.
Senior expects to win. That's where they're at in this program. They've been, just a great program for the last decade, or, probably a little bit more than that. So it's much like this Tiger program now. You suit up in one of these uniforms and you just expect to win every single game.
Cedar Falls trails by 2, has the basketball. Here's Barney yet to get on into the scoring column. Shot from the corner, a 3 by Derek Woods.
And, I really like what Christian Barney has done. We saw him in a super aggressive effort. First time out, he really carried the Tigers when they were struggling. And now you can see him more as a playmaker tonight, diversifying that game.
I don't know if that ball's greasy or what, but Jackson and Harris, both for
Lots of turnovers.
Dubuque Seniors, just have a hard time holding on to it. 1-point lead for Cedar Falls now after that 3-point shot by Derek Woods. A little banged up after the football season. And Coach Yoakum says he's getting right back into shape and been improving every game. Peters is fouled.
The Tigers are really doing a nice job where they're working the ball down low. And again, they haven't capitalized on a lot of those yet, but the foul situation is what it is because the Tigers continually working the ball into the paint.
That's a second on Willie. Here's Peters, 6'2" freshman. Wide-shouldered young man heads to the free throw line. Looking for his first point of the ball game and still looking. This is the front end of that 1-and-1.
Well, I don't want it to happen when it counts, but I wouldn't mind seeing Jackson while the Tigers are up like maybe 20 or 25 on a breakaway. Wouldn't mind seeing what he could do. Just skies. Or Corbett for that matter.
Corbett in near steal. Trying to force the issue down low was Jalen Mingo, and the Tigers come up with a steal. Still Cedar Falls ball after it's tipped out of play. Tigers will throw it in right in front of the Rams bench. Peters down low. Oh, good pass, but Corbett cannot finish.
Yeah, expecting contact, didn't play through it.
Tart with a good first step. Finishing up the play and scoring. There's Devontae Jackson.
Now, Corbett came over to help, got a piece of it, but then there wasn't any additional help.
Peters lost a handle on the way up. This leads to a fast break opportunity, and Jacobsmeyer too hard with his layup.
Just out of control, never really got his feet underneath him. Just got to be patient when you're on that breakaway.
Barney again looking to be for the assist.
Yeah, that's
to
going the other way.
Now Barney will call.
Yeah, he knew it.
3 team fouls against Cedar Falls. 5:48 to go here in this first half between Cedar Falls and Dubuque Senior.
Well, the Tigers continue to do a good job of getting into the paint, but Senior's length and athleticism is causing them problems down low. And it doesn't really seem to matter who's in the game.
Mingo straight on 3, hits the back iron. Jackson, look at him, tips it twice to himself, goes up, and then Corbett with the rejection from behind.
Yeah.
Jackson showing that leaping ability to grab that rebound. That was impressive.
I want to keep an eye on 25 and 32. Nothing bad going on. Just it's a fun matchup between a couple of really good athletes.
Good defense by Barney on Tart. Now Sorensen muscles his way in. Tigers get a piece of it. Ball still will belong to the Tigers. Last touch by Sorensen. So there's ball knocked out of the hands.
Sure was.
1 point lead for Dubuque Senior. They led 8-6 after 1 quarter of play.
There it is. Advance, reverse, get the ball up the floor.
And Corbett struggling here, shooting in the first half.
Sorensen did a nice job of getting to the box, or to the block, excuse me, and setting up.
Sorensen spins, and they say stepping on the baseline is Raider. The Tigers will bring into the ball game Smith, Lease, and Marsh. And Steggy, Corbett, and Peters coming out of the game. John Yoakum, sophomore coach in his 8th year. Assistant coach Dan Scannell.
You want assistance. Whoops. You want assistance. And when I talk about John Yoakum, he's a head sophomore coach, but in essence, he's a varsity assistant as well. But, you know, who want to win just as much as you do. And that's what Ryan Schultz has throughout his staff. Bunch of guys who care just as much about the program as the head guy. That's that high-low that I'm talking about that Senior runs so well and has for quite some time.
Marsh will be whistled for the fouls. Sorensen aggressively goes up for 2 and contact. 4:19 to go. More of a defensive game so far. Both teams a lot of turnovers, but at times a little sloppy. But I think for the most part, both defenses
I agree. I think it's
played above normal here.
Yeah, they've really defended the paint very well. Both teams have gotten out and guarded the perimeter well. Not a lot of open looks that have just been wide open misses.
Sorensen makes 1 out of 2, but Seniors keep possession as Cedar Falls cannot bring in the rebound. Here's Willie. Tigers block it. Hot potato finally pulled in by Derek Woods, and Cedar Falls up the court, down by 2. Stuck on 9 for a while since that Steggy 3. Davis clears the rebound. Rams looking for the up-tempo game, and Tart cutting through the lane. Someone grabbed him, and his foul against Cedar Falls.
Yeah, didn't get back, did the Tigers.
Barney called for the foul, and now it's 5 team fouls against Cedar Falls to 7 on Dubuque Senior. Tart, that's his first point of the ball game. He's a 6'1" sophomore.
We won't see Barney again, most likely, the rest of the half.
So the Rams match their biggest lead of the game of 4 points. Smith. Cross-court pass. Three-point shot. And rims out. Cedar Falls, the only points they got was that Derek Woods 3 that put them ahead 9-8. Now the Rams on a 5-0 run.
On the previous game we did, the Tigers couldn't hit the broadside of a barn in the first half. Came back and they couldn't miss. So let's hope for a similar scenario here.
Smith can't finish the layup. Davis inside. Corbett challenges him and gets a piece of it.
That's a few blocks for Corbett. Great look. Marsh got to come out the other side. You got to score with that now.
Good passing. And Tigers maybe a little bit too unselfish there. Now Lease looking for contact, finds it. Back to the free throw line. Caden Lease, 2 shots coming.
I think it has a lot to do with the fact that they're just not shooting well. People hoping that the next person's going to knock down a jumper or get to the rim and make something happen. They're much better.
That's the 3rd foul on Willie. So John Willie saddled in foul problems. 2:48 to go here in the first half. Keaton Lease, all 3 of his points coming from the free throw line. Makes 1 out of 2. Hayden Jacobsmeyer with the basketball. Point guard. Tart left open and hits the 3. Now a timeout taken by Cedar Falls. John Yoakum upset with his team's defense.
Well, they're just not matching up. I mean, there's nobody out. He's wide open. And had an earlier situation where the guy with the ball out front, nobody went and picked him up. So he's just not happy with his team's communication at the moment.
And John going into this game. Well, we'll talk more about that. Let's take a quick break. This is Tigers sophomore basketball on Cedar Falls Community Television.
Looking for the absolute best deals in Iowa on new Kias? Witham Kia in Waterloo has you covered. Looking for the Cedar Valley's largest Kia selection? Witham Kia has you covered. We are the Cedar Valley's largest Kia dealer, covering all your needs for sales, service, and parts. Our Kia prices have never been lower, and the savings have never been bigger. See for yourself at WithamKia.com. So shop the dealer you can count on. Witham Kia in Waterloo.
Everything we do is driven by you.
Welcome back. Happy holidays. Mark Simpson along with Jeremiah Longnecker here on Cedar Falls Community Television. There's Kevin Steinis, first-year head coach for Dubuque Senior. Again, he was the assistant previous 3 years. He's a Briar Cliff graduate. Pride and joy of Bellevue, Iowa.
Don't question Mark's knowledge.
3-point shot, yes, nicely done coming out of the timeout. Gavin Steggy. At 3, cuts the gap to 16-13.
Again, the Tigers are having good possessions. You know, they've turned it over a couple of too many times, but good pressure defense on the wing by Woods. He's got the athleticism to be able to do that. Oops, so I thought Steggy was gonna cause a turnover. That's last touch by Woods. They just aren't knocking down shots, Mark. I mean, ultimately that's kind of what matters in basketball. But they're doing a good job of getting shots within the offense. Good penetration, some dribble drives. They just haven't been able to hit them.
Minute 45. Jacobsmeyer. Long possession here for the Rams as Cedar Falls playing good defense. Oh, there's a nice individual move, but unable to finish it was Devontae Jackson. Cedar Falls running. Peters down low.
Yep, fading away. That's the thing. You got to go into it. Peters got to be strong. He spun back into the lane instead of just drop stepping and being strong. There's somebody there, no problem. go to the foul line and finish.
At the 1 minute mark, a 3-point lead for the Rams. John Yoakum, Dan Scannell, the coaches of Cedar Falls, they've never beaten Dubuque Senior during their time as part of this Cedar Falls coaching staff. There's Jackson. Tart is coming alive here in the second quarter and uses the glass for two.
Didn't hear a call. They'll count it anyway.
Oh, bad sloppy pass and an easy basket for Tamonte Jackson. Just like that, now it's a 7-point advantage. 22 seconds to go here in the first half.
Well, the press advantage to Dubuque Senior.
Corbett with 12 seconds left scores.
First point's off the pressure.
5-point lead, 5 seconds to go. Tart, does he realize how much time's
It's off
left?
Tart's foot.
2.1 seconds to go. Tigers have to go the length of the floor.
I was wrong about Christian Barney. Of course, we are seeing him back in the game now. Oh, Woods is gonna.
Woods. Knocked out of his hands. No foul call.
Yeah, kind of a cavalier play on the part of Jackson. Would have sent the Tigers to the line for the one-on-one. As it is, no foul called and nothing hurt.
So Dubuque Senior, a little bit of a spurt there in that last 4 minutes of that second quarter, and they have it a 5-point lead at halftime, 20-15 over Cedar Falls in this sophomore game. And we'll be back with more after this on Cedar Falls Community Television.
What's the easiest way to buy? The Witham Way. And that means offering you the convenience you need when shopping our 3 locations in Waterloo, Cedar Falls, and LaPorte City. These locations mean always having the inventory you want when you want it. That's the Witham Way. And check your mailbox for this month's specials or online at withamauto.com. Witham Auto Centers in Waterloo, Cedar Falls, and LaPorte City.
Everything we do is driven by you.
Tonight's broadcast is brought to you by CFU Cable and Channel 15, your home for Cedar Falls Tigers sports in Cedar Falls. Coverage of this event is made possible by CFU Cable subscribers. Without your support of CFU Cable TV, this broadcast would not happen and local TV coverage would not be possible. Cedar Falls Channel 15 is available on Basic or Basic Plus cable TV plans. For more information, go to CFU.net. With the Auto Center, everything we do is driven by you. Located on South Main Street in Cedar Falls with additional locations in Waterloo and LaPorte City. With the Auto Center is a proud supporter of the Cedar Falls Tigers. Find your next vehicle in person or online at withamauto.com.
Kimball and Beecher Family Dentistry. Get the smile you've always wanted at any one of our 6 locations. Located on Prairie Parkway in Cedar Falls with additional sites in Waterloo, Cedar Rapids, Iowa City, Marshalltown, and Des Moines. Go to kimballbeecher.com to schedule your appointment today, and we make you smile.
Signs by Tomorrow. More than a custom sign company, Signs by Tomorrow is your advertising solutions resource. At Signs by Tomorrow, they create affordable, high-impact signs and visual messaging solutions. Find them on McLean Drive in Cedar Falls or at signsbytomorrow.com.
Western Home Communities. Western Home Communities, the Cedar Valley's best of the best choice for older adults. Visit the website today to find out about villa lifestyles or independent living apartments, plus all the amenities they include to make life fun and worry-free. WesternHomeCommunities.org.
Tonight's broadcast is sponsored by Aaron Sonis and Joshua Catcher, the financial advisors and managing partners of Discerning Wealth, a private wealth advisory practice of Ameriprise Financial Services, LLC. Check out their website at discerningwealth.com.
Tonight's broadcast is brought to you by Martin Brothers. Martin Brothers Food Market offers a wide range of restaurant quality foods and party supplies for every occasion. We're always open to the public and there's never a membership fee. Shop online at martinbrothersfoodmarket.com or in person at 408 Viking Road in Cedar Falls. Brad Jacobson State Farm Insurance. Like a good neighbor, Brad Jacobson State Farm is there. Call the original Jake from State Farm at 319-277-4134 or email Jake at brad@bradjacobson.biz.
My name is Dr. Rylan Bennett. I'm a pediatric dental specialist. What that means is after 4 years of dental school, I did 2 years of extra training. That extra training included using minimally invasive techniques that help the children be more comfortable in the chair, as well as extra behavior management techniques. When we finished residency in Hawaii, we were looking for a smaller town where we could develop good relationships. We're very, very excited to serve the community and get to know each of you.
I enjoyed my job as principal at Cedar Falls High School, and I enjoyed working with parents, students, and staff. The thing I enjoyed most about was watching the students grow and develop, and I always enjoyed simply talking to them to tell them to go Tigers.
I have happy memories at Cedar Falls High School. I met my wife there. We started dating as a sophomore, and we have spent all of our life together. So I'm happy with the Tigers. Go Tigers!
Looking for the absolute best deals in Iowa on new Fords? Witham Ford in Waterloo, Cedar Falls, and LaPorte City has you covered. Looking for the Cedar Valley's largest Ford selection? Witham Ford has you covered. Our 3 locations means we're the Cedar Valley's largest Ford dealer, covering all of your Ford needs for sales, service, and parts. So shop the Ford dealer you can count on. Shop Witham Ford in Waterloo, Cedar Falls, and LaPorte City.
Everything we do is driven by you.
Welcome back. Mark Simpson with Jeremiah Longnecker here on Cedar Falls Community Television. Our score at halftime, Dubuque Senior 20, Cedar Falls 15. The sophomore boys basketball game, final game for the Tigers for the holiday break. Looking at some of the highlights in the first half. Mason Sorensen, the big man, number 34 for the Rams with a basket in the first quarter. John Willie, basket and the foul. He converted that. Tigers struggled offensively in that first half with that three-quarter court zone or pressure defense. Shots weren't falling like that one was for a Dubuque Senior. This shot gave the Tigers a 9-8 lead on that three by Derek Woods. And the Tigers were kind of stuck in that number for a long time. The Rams took advantage of that. Devontae Jackson with a basket off a missed shot. There's Jackson. Look at that rebound. Doesn't quite convert it. Tigers with a good defense themselves with Corbett. See the jumping jack. Devontae Jackson. That's the type of the quarter it was for the Tigers. Some good looks. They just were not dropping. There's Tart with a three-point basket. Walker Tart. Tart had 7 points all coming in that second quarter. Three by Gavin Steggy. Got the lead to 3. But then the bank is open as Tart puts it in and
didn't even smile.
Yeah. And then this lazy pass. That led to an easy basket by Jackson. Tigers getting one last basket before the end of the first half. Corbett. But it's the Rams up by 5 at the break. And John Yoakum, the head coach of Cedar Falls, she said the shot selection not bad. They're just not dropping. And like this sport, when the ball's not going through the hoop, you don't look very good.
No. I thought Senior protected the rim very well early, and then the Tigers just didn't attack. You know, they got into the paint, but they didn't attack the rim.
So we're underway. Again, the Rams go with the starting 5 of Jacobsmeyer, Tart, Rader, Davis, Sorensen. Cedar Falls counters with Woods, Steggy, Barney, Corbett, and Peters. Christian Barney playing with 2 personal fouls. Everybody else out of foul. Excuse me, Willie's on the floor for Dubuque Senior to start the second half. He's playing with 3 personals. Rader to his right. Jacobsmeyer. Tigers, that man-to-man defense. Tart takes off and shot. Tough luck, hangs on the rim, won't go down, and here comes Cedar Falls.
Both coaches liked the effort on that first possession. Coach Steinis liked it.
Missed a three-pointer by Corbett, and Steggy, weak side rebound. And he draws a foul against the Rams, and we'll get 2 shots. That's going to be called on Mason Sorensen, his second.
That was unnecessary on Sorensen's part. Davis had everything that he needed right there.
Tigers now 4 out of 8 at the free throw line. Going into the game, Kevin Steinis, the head coach for Dubuque Senior, said the keys were transition defense, points in the paint, free throw shooting. So far they've done pretty good in all 3 areas. And Tart gets the basket and a chance for a 3-point play.
Yeah, he did a really nice job. You know, Tart, we didn't hear anything from him. Seemed like he hardly touched the ball in the first quarter. He comes out there, shows a really nice touch, and now great body control as he tries to finish this off. John Yoakum went to the pressure, and Senior is able to beat it.
Tigers able to chase down that missed free throw attempt.
Good job by Steggy.
Left open, and Steggy's 3 hits the front of the rim. Peters says the ball should belong to Cedar Falls. Ref disagrees.
As do I. Definitely touched last by him. But a good in-rhythm 3. Excuse me, Mark.
5-point lead for the Rams. 22-17, 6:40 to go in the third. Tigers 2-1, the Rams unbeaten, and Sorensen, quick shot. Barney yet to score in this ball game. Corbett, tax, turnaround shot, won't go.
Corbett upset with himself. He's getting the looks that he wants. He just hasn't been able to finish.
There's Willie, number 12, who's playing with 3 personals. And both teams, it seems like, hurrying the shots throughout this ball game. And there's a steal. Should lead for a fast break basket for Steggy, and does.
That was very nice. That was patient. A little jump stop. Was going to work through the contact. Went to the left hand. And very much in control. And a good finish by Gavin.
Sorensen muscles his way in and then feeds it out. Willie, the open 3.
Good job by Barney, sensing he was in trouble there.
Oh, nice pass, and Peters scores. Corbett with the assist.
Yeah, he's got really good court vision, does Corbett. And a very rare instance of an easy hoop down low that's uncontested.
It's Jake Peters, the freshman for the Tigers, scoring his first basket of the game. Willie, the lean in. Somebody got a hand on that. Now the Tigers can take the lead. Long pass. Here's Barney. Christian down to Peters, who just scored. High up the window, and the Tigers up 23-22. Timeout taken by Senior. And Cedar Falls on a run as Jake Peters fired up after back-to-back baskets.
Yeah, look where it's happening.
There are the 2 freshmen combining on that first basket. And this is the one that put the Cedar Falls ahead.
Again, you watch him, you see the head of Sorensen come back. It's because he created the contact instead of working away from the hoop, fading away. Created the contact, went strong up with a soft left hand.
Coach John Yoakum there, talking to his team. Now they've taken a 1-point lead after down by 5 at halftime. So outscoring the Rams to start this second half, 8-2. Jalen Mingo coming back into the game for Dubuque Senior. Both teams about pretty similar, about 10 men deep.
Tart, got to be careful. Definitely an elbow that got loose there.
Tigers picking it up defensively with the little spark that they offensively take the lead.
You just watch Senior's movement. They just never stop.
And that's Corbett with the block shot on Mingo. Barney taking it into the front court. And they got a little bit too close on Jake Peters, and that's going to be called on Walker Tart.
A couple of teams just coached extremely well.
Now Walker's dad, you think they call him Pop Tart? 4:14 to go in the third. Corbett for 3.
Good rotation.
No good.
Yeah. Right on the mark, just a little strong.
The Rams trying to regain the lead. Tigers, a little bit of a surge here in this third quarter. There's Tart for 3. Well, knocked out of bounds. Wow, they're going to say. Last touch by Steggy.
Gavin's done a really nice job on the glass. Not a big kid. Had one of the better sophomore quarterbacking seasons I've seen. Yeah, there's Tart again. Off the inbounds play, just will drive you crazy as a coach. When you don't defend the inbounds play like you're supposed to.
That's going to be on Peyton Marsh. He just came into the game. Barney comes out. And now into the game for Cedar Falls. Keaton Lease, the 5-foot, 10-inch guard. But the Rams going into the game, their coach, Coach Steiner, says, we got to shoot better at the free throw line.
What are they tonight, Mark?
Well, down there 4 out of 7.
Oh, okay. Yeah. It's a program-wide affliction because their varsity is shooting 46% from the line going into tonight's game.
This is going to be a foul against Jalen Mingo. So 3 team fouls against the Rams, 2 against Cedar Falls.
Well, the gap closed in that first half of action. At one point in time, it was 6 fouls to 1. Tigers committed a few late.
Lease bounces it. And an open look for Woods won't go. And Jackson.
He's like a highlight reel waiting to happen, isn't he? Just as out of control. Get the ball up just late on that.
Corbett wasn't quite sure what to do with it.
Yeah. He was kind of in no man's land there.
Ball loose on the floor. Still in play.
That's an over and back violation.
Oh. So it's the Rams basketball. They'll play it in right at midcourt where the over and back occurred.
Another thing to remember, these teams didn't play basketball together this summer. Yeah. So usually you have those summer workouts, you get some team stuff in, you have team camp, maybe a couple of those, and you really get to know one another. Those things haven't happened, and they have an effect, especially on sophomore teams. And again, Cedar Falls, they don't play together as freshmen.
And broken up by Corbett. Still Dubuque Seniors basketball. So Lease, Marsh, Corbett, Smith, and Barney on the court for Cedar Falls. Rams have led throughout most of this ball game. They own a 1-point lead. 2:35 to go in the third quarter. It's been a low-scoring ball game. Oh, wide open, and Mingo finding Jackson, who scores the basket. Devontae Jackson, 6 points off the bench. Tart, he got away with a couple hand checks on Christian Barney here. Corbett aggressively takes it in, and it's paid off for a drive with a foul called against Dubuque Senior. He'll go to the line, shooting 2.
You know, Mingo's in good shape here, and then he turns his body. He didn't want to take the charge. If he just holds his ground, keeps his hands up, that's an easy call. But instead, he catches a little bit of Cade and sends him to the line.
Corbett has 5 points in the ball game. Gavin Steggy leading Cedar Falls with 7. So Corbett, 6 feet 7 inches tall. Brother Chase, committed to the University of Northern Iowa, playing on the varsity team for Cedar Falls. Tart, good move. Oh, and nope, a foul on the floor. That's going to be called on Sam Smith. Both teams 4-team fouls now. And Sorensen's 3, no good. Jackson grabs a rebound, and Corbett.
It's got to be a half dozen for Corbett.
Another block shot. Can the Tigers take the lead? Lease goes in and contact.
Maybe it's too much one-on-one out of Lease when he's in the game. You know, you love the fact that he's attacking the rim, and he's done that, and he's gotten himself to the free throw line. Maybe help to create some more for your teammates, work the ball around the perimeter, and of course that will be there.
So that's the 4th foul against John Willie.
That is easily the best release that we've seen out of Lease from the free throw line.
Coach John Yoakum said about Keaton Lease. Didn't know much about him, but he's solid everywhere. Really good Euro step finisher. Expects him to make a push, possibly for a starting role as the year progresses.
You know, you'd rather have your team be too aggressive than not aggressive at all. But, of course, there's a happy medium.
Sorensen after the pass by Hayden Jacobsmeyer.
John Yoakum's going to have a coronary. His team has given up 3 very easy baskets.
And again, Lace takes it to the basket.
Again, you like the score, but you'd like to see some more guys touch the ball coming down on the offensive end.
Not ready for that pass was Dubuque senior. Cedar Falls gets the fast break going, but they can't finish it.
There's the Euro step that you just read about.
1 point lead for the Tigers. Under a minute to go here in the third quarter. Walker Tart has 11 points to pace the Rams.
Just watch seniors' ball movement. You watch their screening. It's perpetual motion out of this offense.
37 seconds. Jacobsmeyer now tries a wraparound pass, stolen away easily by Corbett.
Corbett's filling up the stat line. Hasn't scored a lot, but rebounds, block shots, a couple of steals.
Cedar Falls holding it for the last shot as Barney has the ball on his right hip, and now calling his second time out of the game is John Yoakum, Cedar Falls head coach. 17.5 seconds to go here. So 1 point game. We'll be back after this on Cedar Falls Community Television. Cedar Falls over Dubuque senior. Mark Simpson with Jeremiah Longnecker here at Cedar Falls High School. Final game before Christmas break. Tigers playing for the final shot of this third quarter after the timeout.
Well, good job by Lease. Very heady play.
9 seconds to go. Lease lean in 3, no good. Weak side rebound. There's Corbett, goes up. Shot doesn't even hit iron. Sorensen grabs a rebound. Tart shot won't count. Not good anyhow, and that will end the third quarter. A 1 point lead for the Tigers. Got a nail biter brewing between the Cedar Falls and the Rams. We'll be back with the final 8 minutes of play right after this on Cedar Falls Community Television.
As an elementary principal for 25 years in the Cedar Falls Community Schools, serving 4 schools, I've enjoyed observing several generations of students stay in, thrive, lead, and continue to build this wonderful community. It has been an honor to have been a part of the education system that helped bring this about. Go Tigers!
Well, there's our score, 29-28. Your assessment of that third quarter, Jeremiah?
Well, you know, they continued to play pretty solid defense. Obviously, offensively, they got it going. But oddly enough, they were it was a really good defensive effort on a possession, or it was awful. And they gave up the scores that Senior did have and how many points they had in that quarter. Not very many. They were all on just gimmies underneath.
Cedar Falls outscoring the Rams 14-8 after being down by 5 at intermission.
And so a lot of really good defensive possessions, but when they broke down, it seemed to be a pretty bad one.
Barney gets his first points of the game.
Again, really under control. And we know Christian can attack and get to the rim and score. Going to need a little bit more. Is that the largest lead? First time they've led by 3, Mark?
Yep. And correction, that's Barney's 4th point of the ball game. His last basket came way back in the first quarter. A lot of bodies going after their loose basketball.
They're going to get Corbett. No. Oh, they did get Corbett, yeah.
It's his second. Now 5 team fouls for both ball clubs. And we're going to get a tie-up called here. Let's see the alternate possession arrow points favor of the blue team, Dubuque Senior, the Rams. Remember a couple years ago, Cedar Falls, Dubuque Senior, they met in the state championship game on the varsity level. Tigers prevailing.
Yeah, after getting blown out early, it was 17-2 or something along those lines, and it was all Tigers after that.
Cedar Falls with the now 3-point lead here as the Tigers 2-1 on the year. That loss came to Cedar Rapids Jefferson on the road, losing by 11. Coach said it was kind of a quiet locker room afterwards. They didn't play well defensively, didn't shoot well.
Well, I don't know if I trust John Yoakum on that. I doubt that locker room was quiet afterwards. Maybe the players were quiet.
Inbounds pass, Tart, that's a tough shot, and he gets it to go.
Yeah. Well, there's going to be some work on inbounds plays. Seniors kind of abused the Tigers.
31-30. Cedar Falls ahead by 1. Now Peters and Sorensen going over the back. Jason Sorensen records his 3rd personal.
Now Sorensen just got caught behind and just can't work through him.
Corbett feeds it out. Peters, it's not his shot. He tried from 17. And all net.
Yeah, we don't see him take his game to 17, 18 feet very often. The freshman knocks one down.
But if he could hit that shot consistently, well, he would be a force. Good defense by Smith.
You're going to get an effort out of Smith. Can be a little out of control at times, but it's not as a result of a lack of effort.
Cade Corbett comes out. Maybe for the first time in this ball game, if I recall. Into the contest goes Derek Woods. Sorensen going up with the left, misses. Rebound. And there's Jackson. Tart. That won't go. And gonna get a tie-up between Sorensen and Peters. This time the arrow points in favor of Cedar Falls.
If you watch that entire sequence, again, nobody gathers themselves, goes up strong. You see fade away, you see a fade away.
All left open, Woods, and
oh,
the
he
three.
thought he missed it. Easiest shot in basketball, straightaway 3 from the top of the key, and nobody came out to guard Woods.
And Cedar Falls, 6-point lead, their largest of the game. Jackson's tip in after the Tart miss. Won't fall as well. Cedar Falls with the push. Barney coast to coast. And scores! And now Cedar Falls ahead by 8.
Well, we get to see Christian Barney. Again, excellent body control. So he found his way into the lane.
5:36 to go. And now the Rams, who have led throughout most of this ball game, find themselves by an 8-point lead. That's the largest lead for either team. Peters knocks the bounce pass away, feeds it ahead, and Keaton Lease gives the Cedar Falls a double-digit advantage. Peters with the good defense in the outlet.
I didn't know if we were going to get. He did come around. I thought maybe he got away with a foul, but it was nice defense. He got around on that on the side a little bit more than my initial angle let me see.
That's an 11-2 run now for Cedar Falls to begin this 4th quarter. And John Yoakum has to be happy right now with his Cedar Falls sophomore team. Again, he and his assistant, Coach Scannell, they have never beaten Dubuque Senior. Knowing how competitive John is.
The fact that he knows that doesn't surprise me either. Yeah, he just wants to win every game out, and he's very proud of his records at the sophomore level. And again, I coached sophomore football forever, and I'm telling you, you don't care that it's just the sophomore level. For 15 years, all I wanted to do was win, take whatever, and you know everything that you do is just going to benefit that varsity. So, and that's John's attitude. He understands his role in the program, and it's a very, very important one as he helps to build the skill level of these guys and play the game the right way. You watch them move without the basketball. You watch them move their feet on defense. Everything you want to do from a fundamental standpoint, John knows.
Now Dubuque Senior. Let's see what adjustments they make. Now trailing by 10.
Clear out for Cart. Yeah.
And he misses. Peters pulls down the rebound, and Cedar Falls trying to add to this 10-point advantage.
Kevin Steiness wanted a foul at that end.
Three-point shot is good. Woods, couple big threes here in this fourth quarter. That first three he made in the fourth, he wasn't sure about that one.
Mark, you have the same score?
I have 43-30, yeah.
Okay.
And now Cedar Falls, after the quick miss by the Rams.
You don't want a quick shot here.
Woods launches this one.
It's just unnecessary. It's a deep three. Woods was feeling it, but
Willie misses.
Yeah, you know, there wasn't fouls, but I'll tell you right now, Cedar Falls stood with their hands up in the air. It wasn't any reaching, just good defense.
Barney being guarded by Rader. Spin move, and Ethan Rader will be called for the foul. No correction. They're going to call it on.
But the difference
Cabron
is, on Davis. And you watch, it's the violation of verticality on the part of Davis. I think Christian Barney's played a really nice game. After the first time I watched, I wasn't critical. I thought that maybe he was aggressive in spots he maybe could have shared, and that is, boy, was that changed. He saw the floor well tonight, and then I thought that when the Tigers really needed him, that's when he got aggressive. In this fourth quarter, he's been money.
He's 6 of his 8 points here in this fourth quarter. Now Cedar Falls up by 15. Tigers have dominated this fourth quarter. Quick three by Jacobsmeyer. Air ball, put back, missed by Sorensen. Still the Rams basketball. Now Peters coming in. .346 to go. Cedar Falls trying to go to 3-1 and hand Dubuque Senior their first loss of the year.
Now, Senior, this is not their game.
Out of control right now, and running into Jake Peters. I believe that was Jacobsmeyer.
It was.
He got the worst of that. Watch this. He sets the pick and
Yeah, the foul was called after that. But again, Peters does a good job of just staying still, doesn't lean in, or else he's going to get a foul himself.
Top it off. Jacobsmeyer picks up that foul. Missing the front end of the 1-on-1 was Steggy. Rebounded out by Barney. Feeds it out. Woods misses the three. Peters down low. And another foul against the Rams on Davis.
Well, it's that time to understand time. Again, Davis, you know, that's just not how you block shots. You got to time it. You can't be flailing all over, and that's exactly what Davis did. He's got body parts going every which way. And watch this film and watch how Cade Corbett is block shots.
And Peters makes 1 out of 2. Boy, that's a 16-point lead. Tigers led by just 1 going into this fourth quarter, 29-28.
Literally, if you went to the bathroom.
Yeah. Could be shocked coming out.
Yeah.
Another foul against the Rams. And that's going to be against Wesley Schmidt. The Rams Going to bring in Nate Schreier off the bench here in just a moment. 3:14 to go. Fourth quarter dominance by the Tigers. Barney at the line.
Yeah, he didn't think it was down. He hit a little side rotation on that. It makes a free throw, and all of a sudden he's in double figures. And he's got 10 points on, what, 4 or 5 shots. Extremely efficient.
Tart, nowhere to go. Allen, a pass stolen away. Smith will go in and can't make the layup. Corbett going over the back.
That'll be on Corbett. We've all missed one of those or two, Sam, along the way.
Yeah. He did everything right.
He sure did. A little bit far out. Yeah, I just didn't time it up and had a little too much ground to cover at the end. Analyze that. I say once or twice. I wish that was all I'd done that.
There's Schreier, 24, is in the ball game for the first time. Also into the contest, that's Mike Harris.
I think Tart's one of those guys against a lesser defense that could go off for a bunch.
And 5-second rule? No, or some it was a 3-second rule against
I think it was a timeout.
Okay.
Yep.
John Yoakum called the timeout. So
I think it was. I don't think John could call a timeout there since it was.
They had possession of the basketball.
Senior.
See that again?
Seniors basketball. So Senior called timeout. Well, somebody called timeout. It had to have been Senior because it was their possession at that point in time.
Wow. So it's 19-2. Cedar Falls has outscored the Rams in this fourth quarter after a tight game through 3 quarters. And Rams basketball. But Cedar Falls, they just had that spurt, and the Rams have gone ice cold, and the Tigers have just pulled away. Looking at upcoming events coming here on Channel 15. How about that? Sunday, UNI men's basketball against Missouri State. First game for the Panthers in a while. Then in 2021, Cedar Falls basketball against Prairie. We'll have some high school wrestling, girls basketball, some more Panther hoops against Bradley, and swimming.
Wasn't it just Y2K?
Sounds so futuristic. 2021.
Man.
Nice bounce pass. Yeah. Tart that could be a Corbett. That would be his 4th. Let's see who the foul's against.
It's got to be. Now this is the difference. Now you see Corbett there. Now he's swatting. That's what I was just talking about at the other end.
Walker Tart, 13. Now 14. It's only the 3rd point in this 4th quarter for the Rams. Went into the 4th, down by 1.
That's a name to remember for Dubuque Senior. So he's a good-looking kid. Miles Mounts in the game.
Corbett feeds it down low, and Smith's shot rims out, but Smith, that's good hustle, takes the ball away. 2:08 to go.
Well, the Tigers should run time if Senior will let them. And there really isn't much of a need to attempt shots at this point in time.
Clock is your friend. Smith realizing that. He's holding on to the basketball. 1:44 to go, and Cedar Falls is playing keep away. So again, this Rams team is unbeaten. They were 3-0 coming in. Tigers 2-1, and this will be a big win for Cedar Falls. And Coach John Yoakum thinks it might be one that, whoa, showtime! As Corbett, that's a nice way to finish off.
That it is. Everybody enjoyed that.
And they,
maybe even the senior players, now they got the ball back anyway, instead of Tiger sitting on it for a long time.
we got to see that again.
Quick timeout. Let a senior player in.
Cade Corbett saw the opening. One-handed flush with the left.
Oh, some authority too. Yeah, he didn't just baby that over the rim. Oh yeah. Looked like Mark Simpson back in the day.
Yeah, my bedroom with the Nerf hoop. But that's a big-time finish by the freshman. 50-32 is our lead. As I was trying to get that out, John Yoakum thinks this will be a big win. Conference play for Cedar Falls.
Yeah, he does. He thinks this is, again, one of those pivotal games when it comes to the conference title.
When you look at the infant stages here, the conference standings. Cedar Falls 0-1, 2-1 overall in the Mississippi division. Now the Rams, the ball, just 1 minute and 7 seconds to go. Cy Anderson in the game for the Tigers here late.
And handful of new faces in.
Jay Galvin, Ben Russell, along with Cale Martin. And the shot kept alive by Cedar Falls. This is Galvin. Miles Mounts misses the shot. 40 seconds to go. This is Harris, played the first half. Missed 3 ball.
Cale Martin's dad, Jeff, was a really nice player in a Tiger uniform back in the 90s. Excellent shooter.
Harris feeds the ball, and Schreier going underneath the basket. Missed attempt. 5 seconds to go, and looked like Cedar Falls stepped on the baseline trying to bring in that rebound. It's only 3.4 seconds to go. Cedar Falls come away with a win they're going to like. And 3 at the buzzer. Good by Wesley Schmidt. And that will close out the game.
Here's how competitive John Yoakum is. He hated the fact they made that 3 at the end. He wanted an 18-point win versus a 15-point win.
Cedar Falls coming up with a big performance. And so they outscored the Rams 21-7 in that fourth quarter. And that was a good win by this Cedar Falls sophomore team.
Sure was. Well, personally for Coach Yoakum, but for this team over, one of the best programs in the MVC.
10 points to lead the way for Christian Barney, a balanced scoring effort. Walker Tart faced the Rams with 15. So both teams now 3-1 on the season. Tigers with the victory. For Jeremiah Longnecker and the rest of our Cedar Falls Community Television crew, I'm Mark Simpson. You've been watching Tiger basketball on Cedar Falls Community Television. Tonight's broadcast is brought to you by CFU Cable and Channel 15, your home for Cedar Falls Tigers sports in Cedar Falls. Coverage of this event is made possible by CFU Cable subscribers. Without your support of CFU Cable TV, this broadcast would not happen and local TV coverage would not be possible. Cedar Falls Channel 15 is available on Basic or Basic Plus cable TV plans. For more information, go to CFU.net. With the Motto Center, everything we do is driven by you. Located on South Main Street in Cedar Falls with additional locations in Waterloo and LaPorte City. With the Motto Center is a proud supporter of the Cedar Falls Tigers. Find your next vehicle in person or online at withamauto.com.
Kimball and Beecher Family Dentistry. Get the smile you've always wanted at any one of our 6 locations, located on Prairie Parkway in Cedar Falls, with additional sites in Waterloo, Cedar Rapids, Iowa City, Marshalltown, and Des Moines. Go to kimballbeecher.com to schedule your appointment today, and we make you smile.
Signs by Tomorrow. More than a custom sign company, Signs by Tomorrow is your advertising solutions resource. At Signs by Tomorrow, they create affordable, high-impact signs and visual messaging solutions. Find them on McLean Drive in Cedar Falls or at signsbytomorrow.com.
Western Home Communities. Western Home Communities, the Cedar Valley's best of the best choice for older adults. Visit the website today to find out about villa lifestyles or independent living apartments, plus all the amenities they include to make life fun and worry-free. WesternHomeCommunities.org.
Tonight's broadcast is sponsored by Aaron Sonis and Joshua Catcher, the financial advisors and managing partners of Discerning Wealth, a private wealth advisory practice of Ameriprise Financial Services, LLC. Check out their website at discerningwealth.com.
Tonight's broadcast is brought to you by Martin Brothers. Martin Brothers Food Market offers a wide range of restaurant quality foods and party supplies for every occasion. We're always open to the public and there's never a membership fee. Shop online at martinbrothersfoodmarket.com or in person at 408 Viking Road in Cedar Falls. Brad Jacobson State Farm Insurance. Like a good neighbor, Brad Jacobson State Farm is there. Call the original Jake from State Farm at 319-277-4134 or email Jake at brad@bradjacobson.biz.